One way to get a sense for what's possible in a module is to look at how ASP.NET uses modules as part of its implementation. And you'll see a lot of these things tend to be application level functionality. For example, the output cache module is responsible for the caching of pages and sending responses back from the cache directly. So that happens before the endpoints are actually dispatched onto. The session state module, those are things like retrieving session state from a dedicated server. Those are all that will have to happen inside of the or outside of the request endpoint. Authentication security is a very common thing to implement as a module because you want to have it apply across all of the pages or endpoints in your site, and this lets you do so by plugging in a module at the top level and tapping into the various events in the pipeline. So primarily security, but there's some other ones as well. Let me actually open up the configuration file, the machine level configuration file on for ASP.NET and show you some of the modules. So it's a useful thing to go poking around in. So go to Windows, Microsoft.NET, Framework, version 2. That's where the config file is stored, even though you have 3.5 installed. This is where the core config is. And let's go ahead and do a search for HTTP modules. And there's all the handlers above us. You can see a lot of those. So here's the module collection. And again, just note some of the things that are implemented here. So there's the output cache module, there's the session module, there are all the various authentication modules, authorization modules, profile data store is handled as a module, error handler module, among other things. So useful to see what ASP.NET has used modules for as you try to fit them into your own applications and decide what makes sense for you to build up and deploy as a module.